About the Doc Bookshop and our 15 years and it's been a blessing to hear. So, and now we're gonna hear from Rick, our beloved partner, brother.
All right.
We've been through a lot, Rick.
I've been here with you. Day one.
Rick used to have a church here, y'all.
I did.
Rick used to have a church here. That's how long it's been.
And I ain't
Wow.
been to church.
It's been a long time. Let me hold on. Tony got to turn it
Take it
down.
down.
So we can hear.
I ain't gonna say a lot.
And we got a lot of stuff.
I smiled when I came in here. Donna was reading the story, and she's been doing it for 15 years. And every year she says the same thing. 15 years. Oh, I'm not good at this. I don't do. And so she reads to the kids, and it just did my heart well. And then I see my teacher when I first came in here. So this is my spot, Carl. Everybody in here. I love the Doc Bookshop. I've been here in Fort Worth for quite some time. I'm from the southeast side of Chicago. And I moved down here in Fort Worth, and I've always been looking for the books, looking for the black bookstores all my life. I even wrote about it. But when I first came here, they had Roots and Culture on Rosedale. Then they had the Black Bookworm. I know Emma Rogers, Black Images. And then we got the Doc Bookshop. And what's deep about it, those other places closed down. There are no more Black Bookworm. There's no more Roots and Culture. And I always tell people that the Doc Bookshop is the only black bookstore in the Metroplex. I don't go to any other store. I mean, I don't know of any of them. There's probably some more, but I don't know about them. But I love it here. Well, I know Pan-African, but I didn't consider it a bookstore because they sell a lot of other things, not just the bookstore. So when I think of Pan-African, I think of the drums, the attire, and I know how y'all work together. But as a bookstore itself, that's what it would be, the Doc Bookshop. So, and I love reading. I have a thirst for reading. I love reading so much, and I encourage young people. Reading should become like eating, done daily, and consuming the best. And I'm not one of the ones that used to go to the library, where they buried the lies. But coming from Chicago, we didn't go in the library. That's where violence was taking place. So the only time I really had a chance to be in the environment where there were books was, I came to the bookstore or the other books that I named. Then I met Donna and Danya and Ma. It's like family. As a matter of fact, I'm going to tell y'all something. They live so close to me that if I wanted to if they wanted to give me the keys to the Docs to come open the store, I could just go to my neighbor's house, which is 2 doors down, go in his backyard and reach over and grab the keys and come up here and open up the bookstore. So when I used to pastor a church, one of the first places I came to pastor my church, I came here to the Doc Bookshop. So give them a hand for that. I did that for a while, about like 6 years. And then I had a chance to meet my instructor. So they had this thing up here called Pancakes and Pens and Pancakes, right? And so I would come up and help out all the time, and they had pens and pancakes, and I'm like, wow. And she was talking about writing, and she was encouraging people. And I got my degree in mathematics, so I'm not a writer. I don't even spell well. But she was like, just write the book. And she just kept saying it, and I'm like, man, can I do that? I came in here, and I left that day, sis, and went home and started writing a book. And you probably asked me, well, how did you write it? I started talking on my phone. So I didn't really literally write the book. I wrote it, but I just talked in the phone. And if you read my book, it's on the shelf. I have 2 books. Based on what she told me, just tell your story. And I've been telling my story ever since. My first book was called What My Daddy Should Have Told Me, Life Lessons for the African American Male. And then the second book I wrote was called From Kindergarten to 12th Grade, Can Eagle 13 Years a Slave. Right? And so when Lou came up, I was thinking about, well, when did I do my first book? I had to look in there. It was October 2022. So, right, that was the first I published a book. Could not believe it. And since then,
it's one of our top sellers.
That kid came in the bookstore. I get royalties from Amazon every 3 months. I don't even know the people that's buying the books. So I appreciate the things they've done in here. It's done my heart well. I brought my grandkids here. They didn't grow up in here. My kids have grown up in here. As a matter of fact, my grandson is 9 years old, and his first job was at the Doc Bookshop. He tell people that right now he has a job and he works at the Doc Bookshop. So he'll come up here and he'll take those boxes out there, and he's been doing it for years. He tell his friends at school that he has a job at the Doc Bookshop, and he takes that serious too. So Yeah, very serious. So I appreciate the doc books. Let me tell you some other things that I love about the doc. Is that these doors have been open for not just for everybody. They open the door. You know they're supposed to be closed on Mondays. Yeah, but they'll open the doors for anybody, no matter who it is. So it's been a lot of, and this is the only cultural place I can go. Right? I don't know of another place. There's not a museum. There's not a little house. There's not a little shack. There is no place else in Tarrant County that I know of that you can come and get some culture. Right? And they say culture, human beings is like fish to water. Well, the only place you can get it in Tarrant County is at the Doc Bookshop. Right? At the Doc Bookshop. And so, thank you, Donna and Doc. Thank you for all the people that's coming. Paul, we laughing back there, but man, that guy been tight for years. And I met Carl at the Doc Bookshop. So if they didn't have the Doc Bookshop, I may not have met him. I may not have met you. I've met so many people in here, in this community. And anytime I want to meet with somebody, guess where I meet with them? Where do I meet with them, y'all? In the Doc Bookshop. I'll actually bring a chair, set it over here, and say, come in my office. Donna, I'll show up, and Donna will be like, what are you doing? Oh, I'm having a meeting. You having a, okay. Or she'll call me and say, Rick, whoever that guy you're supposed to be meeting with, he's here. Now, come on, hey, tell him, give me 5 minutes, I'm right there. And they actually think this is my office. All right? So other people go to Starbucks and places like that. I come to the Doc Bookshop. I don't drive by here without stopping by. As a matter of fact, when she called me today, she's like, what you doing? I said, I'm talking to you. Did you hear that? So whatever it is I'm doing, I'm going to stop to do whatever I can do for the Doc Bookshop, because the Doc Bookshop has done whatever it can do for this community. I don't just like the Doc Bookshop. I love you. Thank you.
Aww. Rick, who are some of the people you open up for?
Huh?
So the celebrities can.
Oh, man, I opened up for you want me to tell them?
Who did you open up for?
I opened up for so many. Everybody. Hey, so.
Al Sharpton, you opened up for
Al Sharpton.
You know, Rick likes to talk, so he's
Al Sharpton. Name somebody. Yeah, that was it. Hill Harper. You name them. If they came to the Doc Bookshop, 9 out of 10. I introduced her. Yeah, so not only that, who's Dr. Jawanza Kajufu, and then we went to, what's the guy that owned the black, Tyrese, what about the black book, the guy that owned had the largest black publishing company? We met with him and his wife, we went to pick him up a day.
Oh, you're talking about, no, the Hudsons.
The Hudsons.
Yeah, Wade and, yeah.
And then Dr. Jawanza Kajufu, I picked him up at the airport and brought him here, and what did he say? Oh, Rickie talks to you. Rickie talks to me all the way from the airport. So all of them, I mean, you name it, they've been here. 9 out of 10, I introduced them. So thank you.